do what I do, because I don't give a fuck. One or two people side with it, and them the one or two people that's rolling with me. I'm not looking at the majority. I told y'all from day one, the majority's not gonna side with you. I'm only gonna get subscribers here and there, and that's cool. I'd rather have 50 killers than 1,000 soldiers. Yeah. So they always gonna be mad. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em.
That's just how it is. You have to check this out. Because we're warning guys about the bad woman, which now has pretty much leveraged most of the world. So the type of woman that is good is pretty much slim. We're not teaching hate. We're teaching.
I'm gonna call this gentleman up right now. Get him on the line.
Hello?
All right, this is Mr. Goodreads.
Yeah, Mr. Goodbread.
All right, what's good, my dude? This is Boss G the Ghost calling from RT 2.0 Live.
Oh, this is Goodbread, Mr. Goodbread.
Yeah, this is Mr. Goodbread, bro.
Goodbread, what up, though? This is that Pleasure, Michael Lawson on Facebook. What up, though?
What's good, man? How you doing, man? Chilling.
I'm good, man. Yeah, you a Chef Rum Nitty. Y'all crack me the fuck up, man.
He runs with he runs with Nitty.
Yeah, man, that's my guy.
Chef Rum Nitty.
That's upper management right there, man.
Okay.
Chef Rum Nitty is a goddamn fool. And so is Mr. Goodbread. What up, though, Goodbread?
What's going on, man? I'm loving the energy, man. My type guys, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, listen, we can't do the boring shows and family wholesome shit and all that shit. That's why we do it late night. We get the cussing, yelling, screaming, and whatnot. Oh, and I got my man on the panel with us. His name is Boss Cali West. He also
okay.
And if you check out my man's channel, my man be on point with it. He definitely be on point with it.
Look, yo, we need as many brothers as we can that's on point. Because I tell them all the time, this is not going to be a one-man show. It's not going to be a one-man do everything. Like, I mean, that's where the good brother Cav went wrong. We got to have brothers. We got to have as many brothers as possible. Can't no one person die with the torch.
True.
Facts.
True. So I mean, let me start off with you with a couple of questions.
Yeah.
What made you and Rum Nitty do what y'all do now? Give us a little background.
Well, all right. So a little bit of history. I've been doing this. What I've been doing right now, I've been doing this for like 5 years now. You know what I mean? So I was on Facebook. I've been on and off Facebook because I ever get locked up. So I had got banned in my last page, my original page that I started on 2009. I got a ban. Like they gave me 1,000 days. I never seen anybody get banned for 1,000 days on any platform. So they gave me 1,000 days. I wasn't even gonna come to back to Facebook, but I said, let me go back to Facebook. So I ended up making a new Facebook page, but the traffic on my page wasn't going nowhere. You know what I mean? So while I was focusing on YouTube, building the audience on YouTube, I was just playing around on Facebook. Rum Nitty posted something. I think somebody on my page, a red pill person on my page, shared Rum Nitty post. So then they jumped on my timeline. So then I saw his post, so I liked it. Then he ended up sending me a friend request, and then I accepted his friend request. Then I started seeing more and more his content come across my channel. I mean, off my page. He started seeing more and more of my content. So then what happened was he had inboxed me. He was like, "Yo, Mr. Goodbread, you real?" And I'm like, "Yo, bro, you real too, bro. Like, yo, son, I see what you be saying. Like, we kind of got the same joint." Because his style is more of he holds the man accountable. He's attacking the simp. He's attacking he's trying to enlighten the sense. And I'm going after the person who raised those sense. So we sat there and had that whole conversation, and before you know it, he was like, "Yo, bro," I told him like, "Yo, man, I need to get the Facebook back popping." I was getting like 100 views, 100 likes, 100. I mean, I had a real good audience on my old page. But however, also it was a gift and a curse, because on that old page, I had people that was born in 1960, 1970, 1980, 1990, to some millennials. So with that being my original page, ideologies don't mix. You know what I mean? So you don't never know. With a page like that, you will never know who's reporting you, why you always in Facebook jail, who's you offending, like who are you offending with the kind of content that I do. So with that said, I was like, you know what? Let me just do this whole new page. I won't add or send any friend requests to these so-called ones that love me or that I fuck with you, I rock with you. You know what I mean? All that fake. That's why I call it fake book. I don't even call it Facebook. I call it fake book. It's fake book love, bro. These people do not want you to win. But anyway, that's all, man. We're gonna cook tonight. But anyway, so me and Romney chopped it up, and I was pretty much, he was like, "Yo, son, go to my last post and just add add everybody that commented on that post." It was like he had a good post. It was like 80 people commented on it. So I just went to there and I just added all those strangers. Like I just took a chance. Like fuck it, whoever accepted, whoever don't. Like, and that's how it been. Like that's how me and Romney met. And from like every day we talk, we chop it up in the morning. Brotherhood builds, even if it's for 2 minutes. You know what I mean? It's like, we just gotta check in with each other, make sure everybody's good. And I mean, we both Aquarius, so it's like, it's crazy. It's just weird how we met. It's God. You Aquarius too?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, it's over. That's God, man. That's spiritual. That's spiritual connection, man. That's a spiritual connection.
But the problem is my main rival, he's an Aquarius also.
Is it, but it got to be a woman. It must be an Aquarius woman.
You know what? Yeah, he is. He's a man's body. Yeah, he is. You got that right. You got it. Hang on.
I knew it.
Pinpoint accuracy, Goodbread.
Pinpoint accuracy. They retarded. Them bitches is retarded, bro.
No, but this a nigga though. But he a woman in a man's body. He a nigga, but
yeah.
Oh, so
his body, his core is woman shit.
Oh, so he a hell of a son. He a hell of a son. Mini version of his mother. Mini version of his mama.
I don't even want, man. We gonna cook him later. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say. I was gonna say.
Hey, yo, hold up.
What's up?
Hey, what's your name, bro?
Mr.Goodbread.
Mr. Goodbread.
Hey, you ain't Breadman 302, are you? On IG, are you?
Nah. Breadman.
Yeah, Breadman 302. I thought, but you say you're Mr. Bread though, right?
Yeah, Mr. Goodbread. Yeah,
Goodbread.
I never heard of nobody. Yeah, Mr. Goodbread.
Oh, Mr. Goodbread. Okay. Because I think I added Rem Nitty on my Facebook the other day.
Hey, Chef Boss West, go on my page and go down my friends list. You'll see.
Oh, okay, for sure.
So Mr. Goodbread, you brought up something that I definitely want to expound on the reason why you focused on YouTube, because you said something about you being censored on Facebook, right?
Yep.
And that's how this show came about almost 7 years ago. Because see, and it's almost similar to what you just explained, because Boss Neff found me. I went in as a one-man army against like 13, 14 motherfuckers calling themselves trying to roast me. And when they couldn't effectively roast me, they started reporting the fuck out of me.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. They hit you with the playbook. They hit you with the nigga nerd playbook, yeah. Because that's what I call that is just the nigga nerd playbook. Y'all understand that social media is not designed for the guys that can actually rock outside. The guys that can rock outside, the extroverts is not designed for us to win. This is why we struggle so much on social media with our numbers, with everything, because this is an introvert world. The social media was created by guys that cannot socialize. So they created their own little simulated world, which is the internet, and anything goes. They don't like something, they don't like what they hear, they can block you. You know what I mean? And report you, and it's their world, bro.
Yep.
That is true. You were supposed to be a cog when you're on Facebook. You're not really supposed to be like, you know, an individual. You're supposed to just be a cog, you know, liking and doing the same shit that everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Cog in the machine. Yep.
Or like a Dr. Forever Gay, or Farrah Gray, if you want to call him that. I call him Forever Gay. That motherfucker talking some bullshit. He forever gay with that shit. I saw this one clip and how this bitch went ratchet as fuck, and he still found a way to blame black men. I said, you know what, dog? I can't watch it. I can't. Because when you go out of your way, when you literally go out of your way to find somehow some way to blame black men for the bullshit that she's spewing, then I mean you on the level what I call most cats eunuchs.
Mm-hmm. You gotta remember, you gotta watch these black folks, man. You gotta watch these black folks. That's why I don't identify guys. I don't identify as black, bro. I can be any other thing. You can call me a Mexican. You can call me whatever. You don't call me black, bro, because black is for felons, gays, and women, bro. Those are the only people they treat with some respect as the black people. Everybody else, they don't got nothing for us. If you don't want to be any one of those,
there it is.
They shit on you.
This man ain't lied yet.
There it is.
This man ain't lied yet, and I never looked at it that way. I never looked at it that way. But you
think about it. What do they supply?
They
supply everything for those three that I just named. Everything, all the supplements, all the programs is catered to those three that I just mentioned. Those are the only three black people that get respect in our so-called community, bro. Why is that? The working black man, the man that busts his ass, we get shitted on, bro.
Exactly.
In our own community, bro. But they want us they want to distract us with this white man who was clearly an elephant in the room. And here's my thing with white privilege. I'm not gonna sit here and ever say as a black man that the shit didn't exist and it's still not some sort of prevalent today. If you trap yourself in a victim mindset, then yeah, it's white privilege. But guys, we cannot continue to distract ourselves with stupidity, bro. Our biggest threat has always been black women, bro. Or women. Not even. I ain't gonna throw it on our women. On a woman you stick your dick in who was not taught by her mother or dad of how to work with you as a team. That's our biggest threat. A lot of us is in a fucked up position because we fucking these bitches who was not meant to love on us. We had a baby, we had to pay child support. Some of us is still stuck paying child support. But that's not white supremacy.
Nope.
That's motherfucking a bad decision because we wasn't educated. Because our stupid ass moms didn't know what to teach us. So she told us how to be good citizens.
You brought some good facts. Yo, let me ask you a question. It's really good to bring that up. I mean, would you at least say that black men and black women are completely separate race from each other, even though they are still like both black? Because let's just be real. Only from before civil rights were black men and black women able, or was that was the only time when a black man actually had reign over his woman. Think about it. I mean, at the end of the day, after civil rights and when black women had rights to get welfare and all that stuff, they were quick to, part ways from the black man.
Let me tell you a secret that not too many people know, but like I tell you, I've been doing this for 7 years and I like going down rabbit holes. To this day, how do you know that you, us as black men and our sisters vote count? How do you know that when we fill out that ballot that they actually take into account our ticket? You don't. So you can't answer that, right? Then let's go back to the fact that to this day, it's nothing in that 15th Amendment that really clearly say women have a right, black women have a right to vote. You got to understand how for years they give our sisters and us participation awards so we shut our mouth. You know what I mean? These women don't have a right to vote, bro. The white women have a right to vote. Black men have a right to vote. And white men have a right to vote. There is nothing in our Constitution that gives black women the right to vote, bro. They signed that shit in 1973,
So let me ask you a question.
but that was
So
a participation award.
why is it that most black women have contributed to Joe Biden, like, you know, being a president? That's something that we actually know.
You got, I think so too, but I think that these presidents is part of the elite. They're already groomed. They know who our next president gonna be. They know that already.
Okay. That's what your point was. Okay, you know, I agree with that. I believe the future is not invented. It's actually just propagated. It's set up, man, by design.
Well,
it is.
I mean, listen, listen, and I agree too, because look how, and it's mostly black women in the simps. They bring up January 6th. Now, for all those who don't know what an insurrection looked like, I won't even go in the past. Let's look at just about a year or two ago in Malaysia when the military locked up the female president over a fucking walkie-talkie and shut down her whole entire government.
Boom.
And stood there in front of her residence for weeks and months on end. Now, that bullshit that they did on January 6th, and them dumbass motherfucking white people just running through there and rioting and all that stuff, and then they went the fuck home. That's not an insurrection. But let them tell it. They'll try to make you believe that was an insurrection. And God forbid if a real action was to happen on U.S. soil. But if they thought that was a war, racism, and all that stuff, I would hate to honestly see Russia and China come onto these shores.
The Uval high school situation was more, or the little elementary school situation was more of an insurrection than the Capitol Hill situation.
Exactly.
That's a fact. And I'm still studying that, guys. Like, I don't trust nothing they show us, bro. It's like, why do y'all show us what y'all show us? Every time they show us something on the right, look to the left. Fuck what they show on the right. Look to the left. Because that right is a motherfucking act. That's a movie, bro. That's a movie. Hollywood is so strong, powerful, and fortunate that they can create a movie in front of our face to create racial tension, to create separation. Remember, this whole
diversion.
This whole America is designed to divide and conquer. America is the football arena, and then you can put any team in that arena, and America gonna make money off of triggering the emotions of those teams. That works. That's the blueprint, guys. You can put black versus white on that in that field, and who gonna win? The elites. And there's black elites and there's white elites. America gonna win. So the black team can kill the white team all we want. Do we really win?
Nice.
Hell no. Because the owner of the arena wins.
You know who wins though? There's another small group of people who win though, bro. Mr.Goodbread is the people who are able to maneuver within all those groups.
Right. The ones that don't go to the arena. The ones that knew better than to go to that arena. Because we working on building our own arena. That's going to be the only way. Because once you get hooked, because once you become a fan, you're going to be watching, and now you're going to be, you know what I mean? You're going to be in it. Or once you become a player, now you're working for the devil. So it's like, you damned if you do, damned if you don't. Only way out is not to even be entertained, not to go to the arena. Fuck them. I watch at home on TV if that's the case.
Quick question, off subject. I know you from
Yep.
New York City just by the accent alone. What's
Yeah.
what borough?
All right, I'm from Harlem. I'm from Harlem.
I knew it.
117th of that.
I knew it.
He knew.
I
Right.
knew it. I was gonna say either Harlem, Uptown Harlem, or Brooklyn, but damn.
Yeah, I get that all the time, yo. I get that all the time, yo. But yeah, I right now I'm at my own crib in the Bronx, and I got 2 little spots and shit.
Okay. I
So
would say
yeah,
just
but I'm
be
from Harlem, man.
okay. I would
I
just
get
say
mad love in Harlem.
I'd just say be careful out there while you're in the Bronx, man. For a whole month straight, dog. Because I'm from Newark, New Jersey, Brick City myself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you already know. You New Jersey Drive. That was New Jersey Drive ever right there, bro.
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. And all that shit that's been going on in the city right now. And for folks, I'm an independent. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat.
My man, bro. My man. I'm conservative, bro. I'm conservative. I'm on the conservative side.
Yeah, I mean, I'm independent mostly in thought. And I tell you a little secret. 2007 going into 2008, after I worked for an organization who was supposed to have been a nonpartisan, who I realized that the board of directors were all Democrats. Then I realized what the play was to get Obama in.
Uh-huh.
I threw my vote to the Green Party. There was a black woman and a Hispanic woman running. Because I said I'd be damned if I give my vote to the motherfucking Antichrist.
LGBT, pretty much.
Yeah. And I've said it then, and I say it today, and people get mad when I say it. I said I called it then. Obama was the Antichrist. He came in, he rode the backs of blacks into the White House, then rode the wave of gays straight to the Supreme Court, gave them more rights than he gave black people.
Yeah. You know what's crazy about that? I absolutely 100% agree with you, but let me add on to that. There's more than one Antichrist. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all of those people that ride us and mislead us and then disappear are Antichrist figures, bro. Those are Antichrist figures. Like we've been under mind control for so long, for centuries, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's why it's important. Like, you know me, I'm Bible based. Like, my channel is very entertaining, but it's so factual because I'm gonna go to the book because I like going to the book because the book is no gray area. You know what I mean? And a lot of people get annoyed and they hate the book because, you know, people want it to be what they want it to be. I mean, they want to do the right thing. The average person ain't evil. They want to be right, but they want to be right how they want to be right. And the book is really clear. It tells you this is wrong and this is right. No gray area. So that's why I like going to the book. But it tells you in that book, man, this shit is crazy. Dude. This shit is, and everything that book tell you is going there. It's Sodom and Gomorrah out this motherfucker right
Oh, yeah.
now.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
definitely Sodom.
And speaking of which, let me get on subject. Now, we've been talking about the behaviors of black women on social media. Give me your take on that.
You know what it is. Social media was designed for us to shut up. We is not to be seen or heard. We just to spend our money. Social media is government Satan's daddy's fun toy for the women to market and sexualize themselves and objectify themselves and lose their moral compass, bro. That's all social media did. Social media made the ugly bitches, gave the ugly bitches an even playing field with the cute bitches. Remember, before social media, the only chicks had to worry about was the chicks on their block, right? They didn't have to worry about nothing else but the chicks on their block. You had a girl, every girl had a boyfriend. They wanted to get a boyfriend, and that was that. They didn't have to worry about nothing. Now social media got it to where they could open their phone, look and see it all the way around the world, compete with girls all the way around the fucking globe for attention now. So, you know what I mean? Government saying anxiety is crazy. We get on there and have this conversation, we all go on to Facebook jail. Them bitches is in my inbox every day trying to sell me some fucking pussy. Like, but they not getting blocked, though. I report their ass, bro. Every time you look around, it's a friend request. And then you go to the page thinking this is a new person that wants some mentoring. And you see all these weird links. So you already know you selling coochie. Like, come on, bro. But they can do that all day.
Yeah. Digital prostitution. How far down this rabbit hole you want to go, Goodbread?
Right. So Uber sex. Remember, we could go deep because we know what social media did. That's why they all fucking overweight and obese right now. Because social media made niggas into stagnant people, lazy people. With this phone in your hand, you could order food, order this, order that. You could order every goddamn thing for the day and sit your little funky ass right here. We could sit our funky ass right here and just go to the door and get whatever we order and do nothing. Do no exercise, no nothing, no socializing, no nothing. Nothing that God asks us to do, build with our brothers, honor our sisters. None of that. We could do all this shit from our phone. I tell you, social media is the biggest and the worst unrestricted drug in America. It's so unrestricted that even the kids is on this shit. The kids are hooked to this. You ever took a phone from a 3-year-old, bro? Take a phone from a 3-year-old while they watching that Nickelodeon or they on YouTube and see what happens.
Especially a girl. Especially a girl.
Oh yeah, no. From time to time, I deal with that. Earlier years, it was a big thing. I put a shutdown to that shit. And in fact, my children cannot have social media until they're 18.
I know that's right, Chef Boss.
Because I tell you, you're not missing nothing. You're not missing nothing on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Snapchat, or whatever. You're not missing nothing. And I tell you, I mean, my kids have tried. But I tell you this much. I mean, even with all this technology behind me, I'm not a Grand Madam U and not into avionics. However, I was taught computers. And funny story how I was taught computers. Back in 98, 99, I had a couple of artists. I was paying for studio time. I was busting my ass at Wendy's, and I was paying for studio time to get my artists in. You know what I'm saying? And I had beef, and what you touched on, Mr. Goodbread, I'm definitely going to touch on because this is something I've been seeing and noticed, and since 2010, 2011, when I realized that just under the name of black is not going to get you much of nothing unless you pay motherfuckers. Listen, it was this dude named Teddy, not Teddy Riley. It was another dude named Teddy. I was paying him for studio time. He was dealing with this chick, white chick. I started fucking with the white chick. When he realized that, he closed the studio off to me. And was talking mega mad shit about me too.
See, that's what I say. That's why I don't even play. I don't even entertain these folks, bro. I don't entertain these folks. It's two types of black people in this world, bro. You got your Canes and you got your Abels. Easy. Yeah. Easy. And that's we all know that story. And you know how, you know what I mean? And that's the story that tells us about feminism and how they moms were they many versions of their mother. So what they think they can have it all. But we know you have to sacrifice something. But they under the impression they don't have to sacrifice. They can just be greedy. And there's two types of black. Now, those are the victims. Those are the ones that are blame white supremacy for everything, bro. Niggas be born in 2000. Niggas be born in 2000, so they 22 now. Talking about white supremacy, bro. The greatest thing they ever seen was 9/11. And they was babies when that happened. That's the toughest shit they ever seen.
And my dude, let me tell you this. Let me add on and say this, because I ain't want to have no beef with the dude. Plus the white bitch we both fucking is married. First and last
So it's
time.
not even your main chick. We all know bro code. Bro code is nigga main chick off limits.
Yeah.
But if you fight with a hoe, but that makes her a hoe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, even if she's dope, even if she classy or not, that makes her a hoe. We can't fight over no hoe, bro. Like, why you want to cuff this bitch?
Right.
But that be niggas' egos. That be niggas' egos,
right.
bro.
So I left dude alone. I said, fuck it. I'm gonna buy me a computer. And if anybody knew, back in 99, 2000, 2001, computers was quite expensive. So I busted my motherfucking ass at work. I found a place. At the time, it was called Planet MCSE. And I talked to a guy named Mike, white guy, and made a deal where I'll pay weekly payments on the computer. And once I'm at 90%, they put it in my hands and I can take it home, set it up, get the programs and stuff like that, and start running my own studio from my own crib.
Right.
The days of layaway.
But you know, by the fifth, sixth payment out of about 15, the dude Mike came up to me. He was like, listen, like I see, because like a couple of payments I was struggling, but I then by the next week I will pay off what I came up short and make sure I made the entire payment that week. He said, I see what you're doing. I see what you're trying to do and stuff like that. He's like, you know, I don't want to feel bad for you or anything like that, but I do want to help.
Look,
that white man sat back, put me in 6 months of computer lessons for absolutely nothing.
See? And this is why I can't. Man, I'm glad. Bro, I appreciate you. I appreciate the plug-in. I appreciate being plugged in with you. I appreciate this conversation, man, because it's a breath of fresh air to be with critically thinking black men. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a
Goodbread. This is why the show is here. This is why hashtag boss exists. What you just said. This is why I started this shit. Boss Go started the show, but this hashtag boss shit, I started this shit.
Yo, thank you for starting this shit, because brothers need this, right? Like, you see, like, I feel like I knew y'all for years. I feel like we're cousins, bro. Like, that is Holy Spirit. That's food for my Holy Spirit. Yeah, not to weird y'all out or nothing. I got different lingo, but you know, your Holy Spirit to me is your subconscious mind, bro. Your subconscious. And if you keep that clear and you keep that holy, you keep that righteous and positive, you good. That's all God asks, man. Put yourself first. And I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you making a spot like this, man. And I'm gonna help grow this shit if y'all don't mind. I don't know how shit works, but I'm definitely gonna be tuned. I'm gonna definitely tell all my niggas on my. I'm going to my channel and tell them about y'all, because I got some critical thinkers over there,
man. You know, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I popped in a couple of your lives. You was doing with your lady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't always keep her on there. I don't always keep her on there. I treat her like Brock Lesnar. She pop out every now and then when I want to spike the numbers. But, you know what I mean? She always kicking her raw, too, because she a virtuous woman. I'm just lucky, man. Not lucky. Let me stop. Don't ever say that again. I'm blessed because I sacrificed.
I was about to say, you blessed. Yeah.
I sacrificed. I used to do music, guys. I used to do the music and shit. I used to be very heavy with it, like real hardcore, disrespectful, real heavy with it. I think that was the sacrifice, because once I kind of stopped doing that, I mean, and that's not everybody's sacrifice. That was just my sacrifice. Then once I stopped doing that and I leaned towards the studies of female nature, I just started getting blessed, bro. Like with actual blessing, not just money, because everybody think money is the blessing. Like money's not the blessing, bro. The love, having somebody love you is the blessing. You know what I mean?
It is.
Money buys peace, and peace buys happiness. So people be skipping mad steps trying to get to the happiness, but you know what I mean, this is real though, man. I appreciate this space, man. Like I said, man, give me a chance to just vent and talk to brothers that, you know what I mean, not bitch made. It's 80% of bitch made niggas out here, bro.
Yeah, you're right. You're
It's
definitely right.
It's 80% of them, bro. That means 8 out of 10 niggas we run into got a hell of a mother of handprints all on them.
Unfortunately, you are correct about that.
You ran into some of the worst.
You seen these niggas over here, yo? Just 2 weeks ago, son, 3 niggas lost their life simping, being superhero, bro. The nigga got stabbed in the store being a superhero. The other nigga got beat up in the train station, almost got beat to death, hole in his head. Yo, son, you cannot make this shit up, bro.
Nah, you're right. And listen, we talked about the story, and I'm pretty sure you heard it out there.
Bodega Poppy.
What's up?
Bodega Poppy.
Oh yeah, the Bodega Poppy. Yep. Plus the Hispanic kid and the Asian woman that got burnt up in the car.
Oh, I didn't hear that. That must have just broke.
Nah. In fact, police did some foul shit. The shit happened back in May, but didn't say nothing until July about it. Like late June, July about it.
Wow.
And basically what went down was, and if this is all correct, the Asian chick went to a rival gang after she got robbed and told them that, yeah, these the people who did it. And then if you remember back in May, I think that whole month was like murder season. Because damn near, if it wasn't every day, it was every other day, somebody in one of the 5 boroughs was getting shot. Mostly in the Bronx.
Yeah. That was when that little girl got hit by the nail star too. I remember that month. That month was crazy.
Yep. And so basically what happened was, dude that had shit to do with nothing took her home because the chick and the dude, they were childhood friends. They grew up together and all that, went to school together and whatnot. He drops her off home. She goes inside, but by then, niggas done pointed the gun at him, told him to move over in his whip, call her ass back downstairs. They made him call her ass back downstairs. So she picked up the phone, and dude was like, "You need to come back downstairs." She came downstairs, and that was the last anybody heard of them. They went to Queens, popped one of the other rival dudes. I guess you went and go and told.
Right.
Then went to the Bronx, put 2 in them in dude's whip, put the car on fire. They just arrested, I believe I read on a news report, they just arrested 3 people behind that situation.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I ain't hear. Like, I've been in so many stories, I didn't hear that one. I know I've been bugging out the daycare. These daycares been bugging out across the nation.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Yeah. Hey guys, what y'all feel about these fake femininity coaches that's just manipulating men out their money, man? What y'all feel about them?
Well, I have to be honest with you, I kind of feel that, I mean, they're wrong. I do like when women participate, as in like when they call into the shows and stuff like that. But as far as men taking data advice from like women, like for example, like I ain't gonna lie, I like Crimson Castle and all, but it's like I ain't seen her husband yet, even though she's supposed to be a Muslim and all that. And then we got.
You talking about Crimson Cure?
Yeah, Crimson. I said Crimson Castle, Crimson Cure. Yeah, Crimson Cure. And then there's that Kevin Samuels, his little protege, that little girl, that chick who. Not Kendra G. Because there's that other girl.
The light skin chick.
Yeah.
Melanie King.
Yeah, Melanie King. Like, I kind of feel like the only reason why they get numbers is because they look good. You know what I'm saying? You know, they look good. They're kind of like, you know, I'm not saying that they're, well, I kind of like Crimson Cure, but like I said, I ain't seen her husband yet, so.
She more real than all of them. She come on more real than all of them.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. And at least she covered up. She covered up in all camp. I kind of like Jessica X, and even though she don't never show her face, I kind of respect that because her message be on point.
Right, she's not using her sexual appeal to get numbers. She's just speaking her mind.
Right.
A whole bunch of them out there. That DD girl, she won too.
Yeah, I don't like Nico Marie though. I like her. Wait. Oh, I gotta give my girl Love Dorsey credit. I like her. I fuck with Love Dorsey. Y'all know Love Dorsey?
Oh, it's her voice though. Her voice is just no.
Yeah, she got the
what
raspy
she's
voice.
saying is not what she look like.
Yeah, I like what she said.
She ain't the finest thing, but she ain't unattractive. It's just that voice is a turn off.
Yeah.
You know what turned me out to her is she looked like one of them. She looked like one of the girls, one of the modern women, and how they be trying to make themselves out. And she just so raw with her delivery that it'll work every time, bro. It'll work every time because they go to her thinking that they're gonna hear some whole shit, and boom, boom.
I like what she's saying.
You go.
I kind of feel like by that time it's already too late.
Yeah, but word. But I agree. Absolutely, I agree. I wouldn't take no advice from them, but yeah, teach his own.
Well, you know, there was something that I did definitely want to speak about as far as Kendra G, because from what I can see, she basically just copied and pasted KS's whole entire style.
Oh, see, I don't even watch that girl. I don't even watch her. I don't watch her. I don't watch Cynthia Lilith G. I don't watch Cynthia G. I don't watch none of them. Tasha K. Only person I watched ever was Crimson Cure, and I liked her. I liked her delivery. I liked her funny. I liked her. She's cool. I mean, I just don't have the time to watch her like frequently, but I did watch her. She was dope.
Oh, okay.
Trying to think, and I do watch Love. I watch Love Dorsey on the regular. Like I follow Love. She dope to me. Like.
Oh, you follow her on YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube and on Instagram. She fire.
I figured that she had a YouTube, but I didn't know that she had a real following.
Yeah. But no, she more favored to the Instagram though. Her following is on Instagram. So on YouTube, you'll get like somebody else like clipping her videos from the gram, making it into a channel. And when you type a name in, you'll see some content.
I'm surprised she ain't monopolized on that. Like, I'm surprised she
well, let's be real, Chef.
That's why I fuck with her. Because
she's gonna be more comfortable on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah,
she'll be more comfortable. YouTube is a little bit more open. Cause see, on YouTube, if she like makes a YouTube channel and starts putting them videos up, it's gonna be red pill motherfuckers that's gonna come in there and call her a chameleon.
You don't care, like like she wouldn't. Love real though. Love real like one of us, so she wouldn't care. That'd be good. Like that will make the show, cause she will pop. Like she gonna pop. If I tell you, 80% of niggas is the only ones gonna call that show. And they already out of pocket. They not us. So she gonna catch them. She gonna make them look bad, yo. You know what I mean? But she wouldn't even do it to them because she really be giving the girls the work. She give the girls the work, bro. Y'all gotta watch it one time. She's dope, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I just gotta watch this shit a little bit.
Yeah, her voice. You got.
I like her message.
I agree with the voice. I agree with the voice. Cause yeah, she's mad. She got that masculine sounding voice and shit, man. But it's the content, the lyrics that come out of her mouth is raw. You know what I mean? But you know, my all-time favorite guys, and then we gonna get off the women. But my all-time favorite guys, Candace Owens, B. That's my all-time favorite, yo. Candace for president. If you ask me, if a woman got to become a president, because they're going to set that up. If they're going to pick a woman, let them pick her. What y'all think?
I want to say I like her. The only thing is, she's almost kind of like a walking contradiction a little bit. Because, like, she says all the right things, but then she's submitted to a white man instead of a black man. I mean, I know. Let me bridge the gap.
Let me bridge the gap for her, because sometimes we misunderstand people because we have little gaps missing in them. But bro, she can't find 80% of dudes, 80% of us, bro, is hell of a sons, right?
80% of our fighting that a little bit.
Now look, hold on,
bro.
80% of our sisters is also hell of a daughters. So this is why we get our passport and we go overseas, because we can't fuck with the community. So it's the same shit.
You brought up, you kind of touched on something. I kind of want to double back on that a little bit. So you tell me when Candace Owens was going to, I don't know, Dartmouth or whatever school. So you tell me there was not one black man who at least had his, like, you know, shit together and was intelligent. And you tell me no decent black man ever try to holler at Candace Owens?
Right, like that's an argument. You have an argument. You have an argument with that, but it's the same could be said for our black athletes who automatically go and get a white girl, bro. You feel me? Like they mama black.
Let's pick it back on that. Okay, but here's the thing: Candace Owens, she's not really. I mean, I guess she's got notoriety now, but remember, she kind of got big because of the whole like. When Trump kind of ran like that, like it was actually easy. Actually, after Trump kind of got the presidency, where everyone started kind of noticing Candace Owens, because she's like,
you know what it was too.
Yeah, I remember that
right now.
So I'm just kind of saying, like, I just kind of feel like, I mean, because I haven't heard anything.
You know what it was?
Like
you know what it was? I'm gonna tell you right now what it was. No cap. The hood been turned their back on Candace Owens. The black community been turned their back on Candace Owens, because a lot of y'all don't really know the history of Candace Owens. You know that she sued the state because something with her grandfather, bro. Y'all gotta look this story up so y'all can get the pinpoint details. So I don't want to botch it up, but she ended up going into some racist shit, and she caught them dead to right, and she sued. Her grandpa sued, and she been known, like, this is when she was a little girl. This happened when she was a little girl. So Candace wasn't no small fly to the elites. They already knew of this woman, like, you know what I mean? So this is why she's hell bent on telling the truth and exposing the elites and exposing the whole system. But yeah, with that, now that you know that, and please guys, look it up, y'all. Look it up.
No, I'm familiar with that. I'm familiar with that.
You right? Yeah. Some shit happened with her. But they turned their back on her for a long time ago, bro. That's just like you. That's just like you not being a hood dude, right?
That could be debated. That could be debated. But my question is, so even beside that, so you tell me there's no because there are like Carltons walking around here. So you tell me no black guy like Carlton from Fresh Prince ever try to holler at her or ever try to be serious about her? Like, I mean, he's not even trying to come at her with some soul brother shit. He's like, hi, you know, my name is Ralph, you know? Like, so I'm just saying, like, I just kind of feel like, here's the thing, I like Candace Owens. I actually kind of do, but like I said, I just kind of feel like she's a little bit of an oxymoron, because, okay, she's submitting to a man, right? And she speaks about masculinity, but she kind of submitted to a white man. She didn't even submit to a black man. So I just kind of feel like it's like Candace Owens says a lot of things, and I don't feel, and you're right, and look, and I can feel it to a degree that I shouldn't hold that completely against her. But at the same time, I just almost kind of feel like she kind of fits a certain archetype of black woman who are willing to bend over backwards for a white man, but not willing to do, for a white man, but not willing to do the same for a black man. Do you see what I'm kind of saying?
Have any one of y'all ever heard of Kimberly Klacik?
No, who's that?
Look her up. Say
Kimberly Klacik.
Kimberly Klacik, just like almost similar to Candace Owens. She ran for, I think she ran for Congress out there in Maryland, in the Baltimore section and whatnot. And she had exposed a lot of the elitist shit that goes on out there in Baltimore, right? And shit like that. What she would be famously known for is that she had on these red high heel shoes and walked through Baltimore and did a commercial behind it. Commercial was alright. It wasn't, a big thing, you know what I'm saying? But she too have a white man and stuff like that. And she seems to be gravitating towards not just black men, like working black men, blue collar and white collar black men and stuff like that, but black people in general that don't want to keep seeing all the hood shit and all the garbage in the streets and all that.
Okay.
Now the thing, now.
Well, yeah, I'm glad that was a point that then that helped, that strengthens my argument, bro, about Candace. It's just something about our brothers and these really smart women that can critically think, that's not programmed. You know what I mean? These women with these sisters with fathers and father figures, they're not compatible with the 80% of beta males that's running around out here. And then you got the 20% of dudes that's like us. We don't want to fuck. We just so turned off by a lot of these women that if we don't already have a girl that follow our plan, we just really on some mgtow shit. We not trusting it. So do you see how Candace, a girl like Candace, gonna slip through the cracks and end up with a white dude?
And I'll say this.
You know what? All right. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh no, my bad. I was gonna just say this real quick because Candace Owens was Democrat for a while. Up until college years. She
was pro-choice too. She was pro-choice for a little minute too, and then she made the turn. You know what I mean? She, like, that's one thing I like about her, because she's transparent. Like, when she you know her position, and then when she changed her position, she breaks it down to you why she changed her position, because this happened. Like, oh, boom, that showed me something. I learned from that, so boom, boom. I am no longer that. I am this. It makes it look like she's contradictory, but it's just that she's transparent to me.
I have a question. Y'all, you kind of brought up a point. You kind of said that maybe she kind of ended up getting with a white guy because 80% of the guys out here or brothers are beta males. So let me ask the question. Do you think that the man that she's with is an alpha? The fact that she's even letting her going around and like speaking her like stuff, like would an alpha guy really want his woman being around like kind of speaking and stuff, or would he either be the one doing it or he just have her at home like be quiet? Like I don't know, like how alpha is her dude? You know what I'm saying? Like how much of a leader is he if he got his girl going around the country like trying to talk for Donald Trump and stuff like that?
Like, to tell you the truth, in my personal opinion, white people can't be alpha males, bro. And I mean, because money don't make you an alpha male, bro. But it's an energy thing to me. But white people can't be alpha males, so I don't mention my white brothers in that alpha male category. That's a black man thing, bro. Because you know what I mean? We know God is a black man. And that's not being racist or none of that. I mean, it's proven. I can prove that.
All right, let me ask you. Okay. Well, let's not go too deep into this. When people say alpha generally in the red pill space, they kind of usually mean like someone who at least, let's not use the word alpha. Let's use the word masculine. Right. To be alpha, you have to be the top dog. You have to be the one to whoop everybody's ass and outsmart everybody and everything.
That's not how I look at it. I look at it as alpha is a godly man. It's a man that know the red pill teachings. That red pill that Proverbs 7. You know what I mean? Follow my words, my son. Tie them to your hand, bind them to your heart. That Proverbs 7 verse.
It's kind of bring that up because even in the Bible, when the God says, "I am the Alpha and the Omega," he basically says that I'm the top, I'm the end all be all. There's no God above me. There's nobody around. There's nobody else but me. I'm the Alpha and Omega.
Facts. And then the caveat to that is he carved us in the image of him. So he gonna always bless those that carry themselves like an alpha male. You know what I mean? You see how that works? That's why black man.
Now that we got that, now that we got that definition, let's double back to what you said earlier. You kind of mentioned that Candace Owens got with a white guy because 80% of men are kind of beta males. So I'm saying so she chose a beta basically.
But yep.
So why did you just
skipping a point though? You skip the. Hold on, real quick. You skip the fact that I said 20% of the alphas don't want to fuck with bitches right now because we don't know which sister is the. And then Candace is blah. You know what I mean? Like, keep it real. We'll overlook Candace. One of us, the 20% dudes, we will overlook a girl like Candace. We will overlook her. No offense to her. She's cute and all of that. No, but we will overlook her.
But
so don't forget that. Huh?
No,
just because you don't trust her, or is it more of a factor than that?
Because why? Why you don't? Because of the same reason why we debating. Because it's a trusting with our sisters, bro. It's a trusting with all of them, the good, the or the real. It's a trusting with our sisters, and we know it because we have the knowledge. We have the knowledge, unlike the beta males.
Okay, let's run with that. So why did that? Like someone like Michael Jordan, or let's not even say Michael Jordan because he's an athlete. But I don't know any successful black man. They married black women in the past, and then those same guys turn around and marry like white women later on and stuff like that. I mean, did those black men not? I mean, most black men, if you talk to any black man, even the ones with white women and celebrities, they all had a black woman at one point in time. For some reason, they had a black woman, and for some reason, they no longer have one. Right. But in a woman's case, like, women don't usually jump from types. They usually have a certain type of type. So Candace Owens ended up with a white guy. More than likely, she always dated white guys.
Yeah, more likely. She just was in a neighborhood with white guys. Remember, her family had money, so she didn't grow up in the neighborhoods some of us grew up in. So if you are around white people, you go to school, the majority of the school is white. You know what I mean? That's who you cannot control who you love, bro. Nobody can control.
That makes sense. All right. See, I can rock with that argument because here's the thing. To be honest with you, I don't know really much about Candace Owens. I kind of thought Candace Owens was just like a middle class woman who just kind of got big because she's a black girl who's kind of talking big for Donald Trump. I didn't know that she actually had really money. So that definitely surrounding had everything to do with it. Because
money.
There's not many black guys in the community, and and there's a bunch of white guys. I mean, it's probably makes sense that you're gonna end up with a white person. I mean, that's just nature in itself.
Well, the one thing I can say that she did do successfully is that she brought a lot of conservative black men together.
Yes.
And
she blew Black Lives Matter all the way the fuck up. She blew them up. She put us on the Black.
Oh man. I mean, somebody needed to blow them the fuck up because listen, me and Boss Neff been telling cats since 2016, 2017, when we saw the about page, what they was about.
Oh wow, the nuclear family, right?
Yep, and they want to take down the patriarchy. Like right now, right now, I am the patriarch in my home. Due to unfortunate events, my wife passing away a couple of 3 years ago.
Probably the head eye, bro.
Oh, thank you. But I am the patriarch. So in a sense, they want to try to take me down. And make no mistake, if you wasn't a black man, just like in the same category as you described, the felons, the gays,
and women,
if you wasn't in that category, BLM ain't fucking with you.
Yep.
But see, now the felons had to be straight gay or just be alongside with them, be on their side.
Foot soldiers.
Yep.
Right. Drag you downers, crabs.
Like beta males in the hood. Whenever, like, let's just say a black girl could be punching on you, beating on you. The moment you slap on her, some dude, the same dudes who's watching, be the same dudes who be trying to jump you.
A simp enforcer. That is like the KKK. Remember, I said in the very beginning, bro. It's whoever look like they are fitting to get out, they govern poverty, bro. And whoever fitting to look like they getting out, they will be gossiped about, dragged back, shot. Why do you think it's soon as
in the barrel?
Shit's crazy, bro.
That's why you don't say
good
everybody
always get killed.
Yep. And they care less about all that. And it's been pretty evident because number one, during the elections, trying to get Joe Biden, and they said you vote Republican, we not gonna give you no pussy.
Oh yeah.
Now my thing is like Mr. Goodbread
these useless skanks said that shit.
Oh,
dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, and just like Mr. Goodbread was saying earlier about you can basically get everything just looking at your phone. Uber Eats, DoorDash, fucking DoorDash. You can just call up a whore. You don't even have to call a boy. You know, just pick you out one and bing.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Yep. Straight up whore.
You don't have to use no skills. You don't have to build the no skills that we needed to build. Like it's some steps you gotta do. You could just skip steps, but it's fucked up because like I always tell niggas, they got people out here playing Monopoly the wrong way. People is out here playing Monopoly by just going around the board collecting $200. That's all they caring about. Just collecting $200. They not putting no property on here. They not putting no houses. They not getting colors together. They not doing it the way they just going around the board to collect their $200. Bro, they just dumb.
Get the stimulus check.
Mm-hmm. Right, or the EBT hit every month, or I mean some stupid comfort shit, and that's the problem. Niggas get too comfort. It's just like the Pharaoh, bro. I'm telling you, it's just like the Pharaoh Moses story in the Bible, bro. Niggas was like, yo, how much longer? I want to go back. Oh, at least we wasn't hungry with the Pharaoh. Like, what you talking about? You was a slave, nigga. You want to go back? Nigga, not everybody gonna want to go, bro. Niggas is gonna go back to the niggas. Son, this shit real.
Funny. I always point to that story, especially when it comes to the community, honestly. Because at the end of the day, if there's one man trying to save you from all things, why the fuck do you want to go back and go through the madness? And you brought up a valid point earlier when you talked about the leaders who misled us. I do disagree with the Malcolm X thing.
I disagree with that too.
And the reason why, because I mean, no. But let me say it like this: he himself did not know he was advocating for and with the devil. Now, anybody?
Who's that? Elijah Muhammad?
Yep. Yep. Now.
Yeah. Now, he didn't know he was he was a lamb too until the end, until
he realized he went to Mecca and realized some things just was not right.
Right.
And then when he came back, he started opening up his eyes slowly. And then the story of the woman that came to him
about the pregnancy and all
about
that
the pregnancies and how he's been having sex with her since she was like under 13 years old and shit like that. And as soon as he tried to expose him, because he did tell his people like, I've been leading you wrong and stuff like that.
Right.
Like he realized at the end, and it's a damn shame that we couldn't see the results of that because he was knocked out by the NOI.
I was about to say, but that's why I don't knock Malcolm X, but his body of work while he was alive was still faulty and was still antichrist. Yes, he observed, he knew, but by then he was already served his punishment. So I would have loved to see how he would have went forward, knowing that was the wrong teaching. Now I have the right teaching. We never got to see that, so we can only tally him for what and how he led our people. And to me, and I promise you that the CIA had him teaching us how to overreact, while Martin Luther King, they had Martin Luther King teach us how to get slapped the fuck out and not do nothing back. You feel me? And that right there is the cause of divide and conquer. That's why these guys they never needed them to ever have a speech together. They never met. One time they they passed by each other for like a hot second, 2 minutes, high and by type shit.
When they
think
took
about
that
it.
picture.
What the two greatest speakers of our time never like, and we're brothers and black. They're both black. They're both. Wait, hold on. We had two black superheroes, and wait. Something is funny with this story.
And the only time they did meet was when they took that picture.
Right.
And
I mean, it's just me. Like, you know what I mean? And like I said, we're not always gonna agree on everything. It's just great conversation, but I really be studying this shit. I got a video coming out on Malcolm X. I did a video on Martin Luther King. I think that Martin Luther King, he probably died now, but when they said he died, he didn't die when they said he died. That was set up.
Let me ask you, how do you feel about Marcus Garvey?
Yeah, because he's the one who started it. As far as civil rights is concerned, he's like the grandfather of it.
Yeah, I like Marcus Garvey. My only gripe with him is that I wish we stayed segregated. Like, we needed to stay segregated, but I like Marcus Garvey. Like, you feel me? Like, the white people didn't want us to be, the white people at one point, guys, was willing to be like, all right, look, this is America. Let's split this land. Y'all stay on y'all side. We stay on our side. I'm with that. You stay the fuck over there. I mean, it wouldn't be none of this ghost racism shit that we going through right now. Because you know what's yours, I know what's mine. And we good on that. And we white men. White men be white men. Black men be black.
Black and white. At one point in time, when they try to do that, you know what happened? They end up finding out the black land was like sitting on gold or oil or some type of natural resource, and that's what they do. They move the niggas up out of there, man. So unfortunately, even though that was kind of part of the plan, a lot of things didn't work for us. So that's kind of why I can't really say anybody was right or wrong. You know, they were kind of working this. At that point, like, people never had the foresight.
You're right, yo. I stand corrected. I forgot about the fucking massacre shit. I forgot about the massacre shit they did too, B. I forgot about that massacre shit they did and took our fucking land, bro. I forgot about that shit. Word, hold on.
My thing is this. Word. Let me say this. Let me slide this in here right quick. I think black men need to stop. Not stop, but we need to ease off on looking at things semantically or religiously and look at things as far as location and numbers. Know America's history. Take religion out of it. Take semantics out of it. America was, taken over by Caucasians, Indians here. Killed them off damn near, sold our black asses over and enslaved us. Now, this day, even though we fuck like a motherfucker, there's still more white people here in America and in Canada. So the upper half of planet Earth, on this side of the planet, is mostly white people. Right? Now, what you just said, Goodbread, for segregation, I hear what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? If we had, like, let's say it's not that many black people. You know what I'm saying? You would think it would be at least, 15 million black people in America right now. No, it's not. Right. So, if we had our own little, place to go, 3-4 million people, that's like New York City. You know that. You know.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
We wouldn't have a whole bunch of land. We wouldn't be left alone. You feel me? We wouldn't be left alone. Whatever white people wanted. Yeah, because we're outnumbered. We're outnumbered on the side of the planet. We don't have the power. We can't just go hop on a plane and go fly over there, fly around to South America, fly away from the bush.
No. But we have the creativity, and we have our own people to build everything that we need in our space and our turf. We you know how they use us to get all this shit. They use us to build their shit. They use us to build these airports and shit, bro. So why we couldn't have been in our own turf, in our own land, doing our own thing? We had a Black Wall Street at some point. We would have been good.
Yeah, they bombed it. Yeah, from the air. Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. Numbers. You know what I'm saying? We powered all this shit off of our motherfucking sweat and our muscle and our bones and off the black woman's vagina and asshole and mouth.
Yeah. But you got to remember, that's how black. That's
they were able to accomplish great things, right? They were able to accomplish all the shit, right? We're still outnumbered because they don't want us to multiply more than they do. They fuck more than they do. They fuck more than we do because we're outnumbered. It's more white people than it is black people. They have to keep our numbers down. They fuck more than we do because it's more of them.
Well, I mean, that's kind of that was one of the reasons. That's why they.
It's more about location and numbers than it is about anything else.
Look, at the end of the day, I think
more about
I think what black people.
It's more about the space, bro.
I think what people don't understand is that at the end of the day, it's all about the money. Like, even if you go to Africa. Even if you go to China, even if you go to another country where there's only black people, it's going to be all about the money at the end of the day. And guess what? Black people could do the same fucking thing. Because guess what? I don't know if y'all know about that movie. What's that shit called? The Woman King? The homie, they were still selling. Look, when Britain outlawed the slave trade from the Africa, what they did, they turned around and started making the Africans that they're capturing, they made them their slaves to go through their fields and stuff like that. So, but people understand it's not just a white thing or a black thing; it's a money thing. And when people understand that part, just like how Boston said earlier, when people take out the semantics and take out the race and religion shit out of it, and realize it's about the money, and people could kind of move on and kind of make the best of their life and kind of know what.
Right, because rich black folks
told us power and control.
It's the same pattern.
It's more than money. You get enough money, so we got power and control. But you're making your money off of living humans.
Well, yeah,
that you can keep literally breeding. You can keep breeding. We ain't been shit, but outbred. We were bred, and then we're being outbred.
But that's because we're being outsmarted. We're being outsmarted. We're being outsmarted.
If you really hate your enemy, what do? What's more embarrassing? Killing them all or enslaving them and then enslaving their children and then their children and then their children and then their children and then their children.
But yo, Boss Neat, I don't even think it's even necessary hate. I think they actually love the fact of making money, and it's a business. Like, slavery is
it's funny.
The prostitution.
Fact. And I agree. It's about the money. They know that they got the mind control over us, and they're addicted us to consumerism.
Women of the people you enslaved to hate the men. You getting the money, the power, the control, and the pussy of your enemy.
Bam. There you go.
But that's on them. Yeah, that's a fact. But that's on the females too. The females gotta be like, the females gotta wake the fuck up. That's what that's why I say the females work with them and then they become powerful. The females would rather work with them than they would rather work with us. That's why it's not them. They figured that out. They outsmarted us. I mean, that's it. They outsmarted us. That's all.
Exactly.
And not really. They outsmarted the 80% niggas that keep buying into consumerism. We were better without their money, without their fancy toys. You got to remember, down to this hip hop, niggas told us. You know how many white people told us, Yo, ban that music. Bill O'Reilly was on the fucking radio all day, every day, telling us how threatening and how poison that shit will be to this generation right here. When I was little.
Yep.
And they said he was lying. They said he was lying. They said, fuck him. He's hating. He don't want black people to make money. Look what they did making money. Look what they made money at the expense of our generation of kids, bro. Our little kids gotta listen to this shit. Do you see what BET Awards look like right now? That shit looks stupid, bro. It's no talent. It's all look, all shaking your ass, all twerking. We bought that. We paid for that shit, bro.
And check
this
out.
We fought for that.
And check this out.
That's how they tricked us, bro.
And check
it was always us doing it to ourselves.
I want you to check
we
this
can't blame
out.
niggas now. We gotta pick our heads up and own up and go on forward now. Fuck them. Fuck blaming niggas. Fuck blaming white folks.
And
fuck that. We know what they did. Now
I want y'all to check this out too. Here's the cross connection to everything y'all just said. Y'all do know that the transatlantic slave movement was funded by Jewish money, right?
Yeah.
I believe that. What was hip hop's money funded with after all the years of us fighting to even get onto a record label when we made our own record labels? What did the Jews did back in 93, 94?
Right.
They just gave us the money, right? And look where we at today.
Shit, hey, you take that back to 87 with NWA.
Right.
Hey, yo, Boss Ghost. Matter of fact, dude, you know they said that basically Death Row was basically a uninformed informant of the CIA, basically meaning that they didn't really participate with the CIA, but basically the CIA was doing plays with them, with basically put them in position to like do certain things in the community, like talk about gangsters and
that thing going on. That's what the music industry is for. You got to remember, Lucifer is in charge of the music. God left Lucifer in charge of the music, so he fucked that music up. He used that as a tool of mass destruction against us. You got to understand. Look where hip hop has gone in the years, man.
The CEO of the four major label companies was a psychologist for the CIA.
And listen, the major record companies, they got personal interests in the prisons, bro. You know that? The companies all buy in. The more people go to prisons, the more money the record labels make. That's why they're able to give their artist signing bonus to make stupid music that people get riled up and go to jail with, because it's one hand wash the other. It's a whole pattern right there. And if we stay away from this shit, we good. But we buy into the shit.
They make those investments. You're absolutely correct on that, because that's what a lot of businesses do. If people don't know that, they take a portion of the profits that they made years prior or the year prior, and they take that money, maybe about 20 to 30% of it, and they invest it to grow more money.
Yep.
So
I gotta throw something out here. What y'all just said about, you know what I'm saying, what the CIA was doing with record labels back in the day, back in the 80s and 90s, rap music. So fast forward to present day. What is their game plan now with all of this feminist ass kissing and rap music?
Well, the plan is complete. The plan is complete. You got trash ass music, number one. I mean, listen, I've been producing music since I was about 13 years old, 41 now, and this generation is just complete trash.
I'm the only person who thinks
really, without question.
But the second part is what you just said. Everything that just wasn't part of hip hop. Look at Lizzo.
But
I just watched some shit on one of these channels where Lizzo has a reality TV show looking for another manatee just like her to be a part of her crew. And then you got the other ones that's been pushing the LGBTQ agenda and stuff like that. Like listen, at one point I thought Christian rap would be something big, especially in the mid 2000s. And since seeing how hip hop was just completely dead, like Nas said. I was hoping Christian rap would at least blow up. Nope. And it didn't. It died somewhere in 2014, 2015. But they had a nice.
That shit definitely gonna die. They was gonna kill that shit off, man. They was gonna definitely kill us. But right now, I feel like it's the deeper the rabbit hole thing right now is it's a transaction. It's a slave transaction. The parents, the hell of a mothers, the single mothers give their kids right to government zaddy, and he make money off of them, and then he get them killed and make the insurance money, the life insurance money off of them, and they double while they die. That's why you think all these young niggas is dying. You know what I mean? Come on, man. That's how it works. The prisons, they look around, right? They see who's about to go to prison, who's been shaking it up, making it hot in the hood. Then they go throw some views on his YouTube, right? They throw some views on his YouTube. They throw some views. Then they kick him to the hip hop industry. The hip hop industry give him a phone call, or meet him, or run into him out of nowhere. Then they put him on. This is how they use him. They put him on, let him rock out in front of the other little poor kids in the neighborhood, so that he give them hope, so that they could get out. They drop out of school. They think they could become a rapper. Whole time this dude is under, surveillance by the police. Just a matter of time. He do one song, get it popping, get a couple niggas to go to jail, then they swoop down on him. He never get to spend any of his money. Look at Bobby Smurder, guys. That's the Bobby Smurder blueprint right there.
I mean, Smurder, Chief Keef. I mean, look at it this way.
Everybody.
What genre of music has to have a motherfucking police force behind it? The hip hop cops. Remember that shit started off in 95, 96.
Right. With 50 Cent. Hip hop police. Look at Tekashi's. We ain't even gonna get started with this fool. You already know he an agent. He a whole plant. You already know he a whole plant. Like this dumb motherfucker.
But the hip hop cops really started around Tupac Biggie era. And in fact, Pac put out a dude named Haitian Jack.
Haitian Jack, yeah.
And Haitian Jack was found out to be a motherfucking informant.
Look.
And they didn't really name it the hip hop cops then at that point, but when it was all blown up, they just tried to make a big they tried to make a big thing about it. Hip hop cops, especially 96, 97, hip hop cops. And it's crazy to me that a genre of music has to have a fucking police force behind it. That's always been crazy.
Hey, they said when Biggie Smalls got shot up, the CIA was following them the whole time.
So they watched them. They could have stopped
them. They're like under surveillance.
We seen them cops. They wasn't eager to go into that school. They wasn't eager to run into that school to save them kids.
That was a whole nother set of police. I mean, and now I get what you're saying, but these are like school cops. They don't really see action like versus the NYPD or like even like in
most of those guys were regular cops, man. They just didn't want to deal with that big artillery,
right? Or like
school safety,
or like in South Orange, New Jersey, where they just begged any little situation they want to bring out SWAT.
right, yeah, because I didn't think they even had a SWAT team in their city. Like, it's a small town. Like, I don't even think they even had a SWAT unit. The FBI had to go in.
Yeah, because the FBI is used to that.
Right.
And if they ain't got enough training, I guess they'll go make up some shit.
Right.
David Koresh. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Anyway, but those school cops wasn't used to that shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't watch no Law and Order and none of that. They probably thought they ain't never had to even use their guns like that. But
right.
But I mean, they definitely gonna get the backlash, and some of it deserved because at the end of the day, they were still cops. So,
right.
Yeah, but you know what? That's true. But me, if I was one of those cops, though, real talk, they'll just have to fire me because you only have one life to live. And I ain't about to get my head put on for $50,000 a year. I'm straight.
Yeah, no, that's true. And Mr. Goodbread.
I want to go home to my kids too, right?
Yeah. And Mr. Goodbread, we're gonna get on to the second half of the show. But before we do that, you have any final words that you wanna speak?
Nah, man, I'm having a good time, man. I'm so comfortable. You know what I mean? Y'all definitely got to come on over to the school. You know what I mean? One of these Mondays, man, you got to come over to the school and
for sure.
break down one of these reaction videos that I do, man. And sometimes I go to the street and I talk to the prostitute women and I get deep in their mind because, you know, you're not going to get the truth from their mother, they hell of a mother. So this is what I do over there at the school, guys. This is what I focus on. I focus on becoming emotional intelligent, because it doesn't matter about how book smart you are in this world. If you don't have no emotional intelligence, no EI, then your IQ sucks. You know what I mean? Because if you get in a situation that ain't in that book, you assed out. See, but being emotionally intelligent, it allows you to adapt, adjust, and be able to take what comes at you in life, in reality. You know what I mean?
I can dig.
So that's what I teach over there, and I have a creative way of doing it with the female nature, showing guys that we are the prize and how female nature works. You know what I mean? So it's rules to modern dating and understanding women, along with being emotional intelligent in relationships. So you know what I mean? Y'all gotta come through. It's real fun. Y'all gonna have some fun, man. I'm having a good time.
No doubt, and I'm gonna definitely check it out. And do me a favor, because I don't think it's YouTube. I think it's me that have it to where I can't, or people can't put in links. I think I can. Yep, and it just went in the chat. But send me at Genpro Media, GEMPRO Media @hotmail.com, and in fact that should be in the link as well too. I mean in the chat, and I'm gonna drop that in the chat. Put your channel and everything up there and whatnot, and definitely tell people to come swing your way and whatnot. And listen, we definitely want to chop it up with you. You know.
Y'all more than welcome. Anytime y'all want to pull up. You know what I mean? Monday is one of my most viewed, my most watched shows. You know what I mean? But anytime y'all want to come on. And like I said, I just do reactions, and sometimes I do lists too, guys. So
okay.
Well, we already friends on Facebook, so you already know I'll be there.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for plugging me with the big dog, man. Thanks, man.
No problem. And listen, just stick around and listen to the second half of this, because you know one of the other reasons why we came off with this show is to expose a lot of the bullshit that these same motherfuckers that would like to censor us, what they like.
Hey, we got a lot of cyber stalking, hey.
Yeah. Yep. And the thing is,
man.
Oh man.
What's the difference between cocky and confidence? It's not bragging if it's true. If you're a winner, you're a winner. It's not bragging. Difference between cocky and confidence, I look at it, you can be cocky when you have the confidence that you know you're going to put the work in to get it done. There's one thing to sit around and talk about something and you don't have the work, the hashtag show your work, you don't have the receipts, you don't have the numbers, you don't have the facts, you don't have the data, you just have the belief in yourself. Well, I'm still a proponent for that, because here's the thing, only you know whether or not you're going to do the work. But if you can say you're going to do great things, you're going to be great because you know that you're going to do the work, then do it. Say it. Say it and make it, and put the pressure on yourself. Put the pressure on yourself to hold yourself accountable. So when you do make the result, when you when you accomplish what it is you say you're going to accomplish, nobody can say anything other than, he may be arrogant, he may be cocky, he may be this. Yeah, but he also got it done. He delivered.